Young Miami 304 ways have finally caught up with her. Things are not looking good for Young Miami. Miss Spend that shit, you know what I'm saying? Where am I scamming? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so apparently people aren't liking what she's supporting, I believe. You know what I'm saying? The trapper slash scammer-esque music. There's like, scammers are like a certain type of evil. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be one thing if you were scamming rich, like big companies, you're scamming like millionaires. No, you're scamming average, regular day people. You're scamming people that got less money than you. That is sick. That's sick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't really listen to that Young Miami music or like stuff like that often. I'm more of a "you never take me to Bangladesh." You know what I'm saying? I'm more one of those type people. You know what I mean? But I do listen to a lot of crazy music. What can I say? When it's good, it's good. You feel me? But yeah, this video is by O'Shea Duke Jackson. If you guys want to lock in with him, but let's get into the video. Let's see what's going on with Young Miami, man.
About 2 months ago, the artist Young Miami dropped a song called "Spin That." Now, of course, it was a song based off of hustle culture. It was a lot of booty clapping going on in the video. I'm not gonna lie, and you know I am from Del Paso Heights.
I never saw the video, but like the song sounds good, but I have not gone out of my way to listen to the song because I'm not listening to booty clapping music. You know what I'm saying? I just can't get jiggy with that shit. You know what I mean? Like if we talking about drilling and shit like that, I don't know. It sounds better. Like it sounds more crazier. But yeah, I don't really listen to a lot of like female artists that often, honestly, unless it's like some obscure song. I don't know. Like Pink Panthers, she makes good music. You know what I'm saying? But like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, I don't really listen to them like that. Like I'll hear like on like TikTok and shit like that. But you know what I mean?
So I love the clapping. But what was different in this song that I've ever really paid attention to was the celebration of, you know, kind of like where all my scammers at and things like that. Now, to be fair, like I'm 45, I typically don't listen to new age rap as much. So there could be other songs that celebrate this level of, you know, kind of scamming.
Bro, Future literally free bands. Future is free bands. Free bands just means scamming for bands. It's free money on. So, no, I don't think Young Miami is making niggas start scamming. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's happening.
Scheming, but this is the first time that I've actually paid attention to a song like this. And because of this kind of fastidious detail of scamming, it brought out some concern from some other legendary artists.
There are a lot of people who are saying it's just a song. Well, if that's what you think, enjoy. But what I know is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people, and I have traveled around this world twice, and I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world. Longer story for another time.
Now, this legendary artist is the one and only India.Arie. You can classify her in the same breath as neo-soul artists such as the late great Angie Stone or Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, women who were in the industry, but they were more or less true to themselves into the conviction of their own feelings towards the Black community rather than trying to trace a larger trend. And India.Arie, in my honest opinion, I don't think she was taking a shot, and this is the reason why.
What about India.Arie would make you think that she would be in support of a song like Spin That? This is the same India.Arie that made Brown Skin, a song encouraging Black women to love their brown skin. That's the type of music that she makes, Black empowering music. So nothing about a song encouraging scamming would be something that she would be in support of. And her not being in support of a song like that would not automatically make it be her hating. Like, I could see it.
And truth be told, Young Miami was getting pissed on. Like, I feel like if someone ain't living the life that you wanna be living, you probably shouldn't listen to the shit that coming out their mouth. Like, you could listen to the music, it could sound good type shit, but you can't let that invade yourself. You know, your mental self. You can't try to change who you are based off of some damn music. And there are a lot of people that let that happen. You feel me? That's like a lot of people start listening to drill music and they think they ready to slide. You're not that guy, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that happens to certain people, but you need to understand, you need to separate yourself from the music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say separate the music from the artist, but you need to separate yourself from the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could listen to that shit. It sound cool. Where am I scamming? That don't make me want to scam. You feel me? But it may make a young dude be like, damn, I got to scam to make money in order to get the shorties. And it may want women to think, oh, I need to get me a scamming. You know what I'm saying? But it don't really make sense. Like, Young Miami was getting pissed on. Diddy was pissing on her at the Diddy parties. She was getting diddled. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Like, this shit don't really make no sense. What are we talking about?
This is one of Young Miami's counterparts who do rapping just like her, and they came out talking about the song, then I would be like, yeah, they probably hating. But India Arie,
Now, I totally agree with what she's saying, because India Arie made positive songs like Brown Skin, and Angie Stone made songs like Black Brother, I Love You. You know, these were black community positive songs. While they may not have gotten millions of dollars in revenue, it aligned with the personal values of the artist. And so when India Arie came out and talked about this with Young Miami, she did not use any personal insults or anything like that. However, we did have some people who felt differently.
Again, shout out to Young Miami. Got the hottest record in the fucking world. Not just the country. The hottest record in the world. They singing it in China, in Russia, Ethiopia, goddammit. Shout out to Young Miami. One of the baddest, the finest little shit in the game right now.
You know them niggas in them call rooms in India. They be doing them scamming shits in India. You know them niggas is in them rooms. As soon as I got me one. Where am I scamming at? You know what I'm saying? They living different. They turning up right now. That shit going triple platinum in that motherfucker. That shit going triple diamond. Fuck.
You bad body old bitch. Not one to be giving how you feel about this young girl and her son. All the negative music that come out, you want to simply try to target a young black female that's doing something positive, that's in her bag right now. You talked about her bag when she put out certain singles.
Call that her a bad body bitch. No, why? Bro, it's one of the biggest songs, and that's why she's talking about it. She's not talking about it because of Young Miami. You feel me? She's talking about it because it is one of the biggest songs, and it's getting so widespread like that. You don't need to do her like that. Everybody don't need to like the song. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to like it. And it's okay. Damn. My dog Trick Daddy, boy. I remember in one of the videos, Rick Ross was talking about he was going somewhere with Trick Daddy, and I was like, bruh, how much money Trick Daddy got? Let's be for real. Like, Trick Daddy, what the fuck? But then someone went inside one of my comments on Facebook, because I post my videos on Facebook. Facebook go crazy, you know what I'm saying? I got like 14 million views on Facebook in the last like 28 days, you know what I'm saying? But they crazy on Facebook, bro. They crazy on Facebook. Somebody said, let's look at Trick Daddy net worth and look at your net worth. That shit ain't different. That shit make me want to turn off the computer. I like, you got me. You right? I like, oh shit, you might have did something. You
Talked about her over and over again with situations with who she was dealing with. Everything y'all get on this internet and act like y'all life is all peaches and cream. But I know you old bad.
Look at that hand. Stroking that shit. Stroking that shit. Come on, bro. The jokes write themselves. The fuck is going on, bro? Chill out. She ain't gonna let you crack, brother. Chill out. You good, dog? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Smelling that. I know you.
He's still going.
I know you mad. I know you mad and you jealous. You look at that young fine girl on that stage rocking each clubs each and every night. These appearances, these hosts. She dropping her heart and go out there. You know, Miami. You better not let these old ragged deter nothing you trying to do. That's why I don't you old. That's why I would not want you old bitches because the game to pass you by. You still stuck in the motherfucking 50s and the 60s. I don't want no gray hairs on the. Let me explain something to you. You want to be celibate. You I'm celibate. I got my LLC and my credit score 800. Stick your 800 credit score up your ass, and your LLC ain't making no motherfucking money. You don't have a customer, a product to sell. All you is bullshit. Get you some money.
Damn, that nigga going crazy. But nah, Young Miami, I feel like for a minute she was down bad. You know what I'm saying? Young Miami was not getting no bangers out. City Girls, you feel me? What's the other city girl name? Not Young Miami. What's the other one? I forgot what the other city girl name is. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But she was going stupid. She was going dumb. She dating Lil Uzi. You feel me? You dating Diddy, getting pissed on. You feel me? She making bangers. You not really making no bangers. And then boom, you get you one. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. You feel me? Honestly, like, I don't think that she's gonna fucking change society to make niggas start scamming and shit. I just think it's a catchy song. It sound good. And, you know, the BBL bandits like to sing it in the club. So what the BBL bandits like to sing in the club, that's what they gonna play in the club.
However you do, stop getting on here talking bad about your fellow black woman that's making money. Music ain't for everybody. If you don't like it, turn off your radio, close and cancel your subscription to all your social media sites. Get off of Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, because as long as you on there, you're going to hear it right. These young don't want to believe they man, they want to be happy. These young women of the day, these young women, they do not want to be old and miserable like you for the rest of their life. They want to smoke a hookah, get them a joint, take them a shot of Don Julio or Patron. They want to get flued out. They want to put that shit on and get real good, you dumb ignorant bitch. On behalf of Young Miami, kiss every in Miami. If you think we can about how you feel, and go spin that. Tell them I said. Now I'm gonna post this live because the first time I ain't say everything I want to say.
Now, Trick Daddy is doing something that a lot of people,
Trick
unfortunately,
Daddy
in the black community
kiss.
do, which is when you have a criticism of what somebody does, ultimately what happens is the person takes things very personal. And so the focus becomes centered on what the person looks like, or the person is jealous, or the person is hating, when the person that leveraged the argument in the first place never talked about the person's looks, never talked about how the person is or how dumb they was, just disagreeing with the message that is representative of the black community. And India Irie said, listen, we should be very concerned about how our songs are represented globally as black American. Trick Daddy came out here with these personal shots against India Irie. Now, I want to talk about the response that Young Miami gave in response. And this response was something that somebody else said, but she reposted it. So she was agreeing with what this particular individual said. Person says, enough. There have been so many more successful songs about murder, the disrespect of women, drug use, dealing, but Carisha's song about stealing from what you can infer to be major corporations at that, and tricking is a problem with our community.
Okay. No. What you can infer, stealing from what you can infer to be major corporations? Okay, let's take a fucking step back. You're just assuming shit now. No, niggas that be stealing, or not stealing, but be scamming, usually they're scamming old folks, brother. Most of the time they're scamming old people, or they're scamming other people that are trying to get a little fucking crumb. You know what I'm saying? You get their fucking Chase Bank, and then you fucking wire fucking $50,000 into that motherfucker and give them $1,500. Now Chase Bank want they fucking money back, and they done closed their damn account, and you done ran off with $45,000. You done ran off with you done ran off with $48,500 and left this nigga now his whole bank account fucked up. He gotta go get a whole new bank account. Chase Bank calling, blowing up his phone and shit. He can never use Chase Bank ever again. You know what I'm saying? His shit fucked off. And nigga could go to jail. It could go to, it could happen. That's how niggas usually be scamming. They don't be scamming just the companies alone. You feel me? And then sometimes, a scammer might get on the phone call with an old person and fucking take their social security and fucking buy a fucking Hellcat off their ass. You feel me? And then sell it for fucking half of what a Hellcat costs. Sell it for parts and shit. It's like, no, this ain't happening. You feel me? Let's keep it, let's call a spade a spade. I don't think that you fucking up the community by making this song, Young Miami. However, you are not promoting no fucking stealing from corporations. You know what I mean?
Please. So Young Miami reposted this, okay? And let me kind of talk about how right this is in a certain extent. There have been songs about murder, the disrespect of women, drug use, drug dealing.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
That's largely true. And kind of like in the days of the 80s and 90s, or less than 90s, when I kind of...
He better call out the bullshit on there too, though. The rest of the shit, correct. You know, there's way worse music out there. What the fuck? You just mad at her because she got one of the biggest songs of the summer type shit. But let's call a spade a spade. I mean, bruh, come on, bruh.
really paid attention to hip hop. The disrespect of like murder and drugs, largely this focused on people who were in the business, like even the guys that are like in drill. The majority of the songs that I hear about folks in drill, these people are not really talking about random people. These people are talking about each other. Now, the disrespect of certain women, that is largely true, are women that use men. But I mean, I think we can infer that, you know, rappers typically don't disrespect, you know, women who are, let's say, good women, wives, things like that. Largely, you know, women, and it's in the 304 culture, but I can see what she's saying here. And it does make sense. This is true. However, the problem is that the stealing, she said what you can infer to be major corporations at that. No. Number one, a lot of the scamming, if you want to talk about COVID scamming in the government and some corporations, yes. But people get scammed every day. Scammers do not largely care about who they're stealing from, okay? And that's the problem, because everybody is a victim of a scam. Black American scammers cover all boxes. And so now the difference is, in the hip hop 90s or 2000 eras are disrespecting whatever women, largely these are people that are kind of in the industry, video 304s, people who are participating in the lifestyle willingly. But when my grandmama gets scammed, and that happens, that's different. Let me give you an example. British Sierra Williams, remember her? Okay, she went to prison, pleading guilty to 15 federal felony fraud charges, which includes a misuse of social security numbers, bank fraud, filing false tax returns. And yes, when you file false tax returns, you hurt individuals. And so now when you celebrate scammers, that is who you celebrating. You're not just talking about inferring larger corporations. No, she said where my scamming dudes at. And so now you're taking personal street beefs, which, let's say, for example, if you're a Crip or a Blood and you get killed, that's unfortunate. But that don't really affect people who are not active. Like, I lived in Compton for 30-40% of my childhood, something like that.
They stealing from civilians.
When I lived in Southside Atlantic Drive neighborhood,
like if niggas was only like, if all scamming was just scamming corporations, these big companies and shit like that, no one would give a flying fuck. Cause fuck those guys anyway. They're already fucking hitting us over the fucking head, doing all type of crazy shit. You know, Elon Musk has a fucking $1 trillion. Go get some money from that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck. However, if you scamming random civilians, random people on the street, like calling their phone, doing all this extra shit, you know, and it's usually old people that don't really understand the internet. You feel me? Once you tell them like, oh, this is your address, and you had some mail sent there that was oh, like they're cooked. Shit's fucked up.
Only kind of danger it would be is if somebody was just shooting randomly on a drive-by, which, I mean, that did happen. But I could largely walk down the street and then when nobody bother me, I could walk down Elizabeth and I could cross, you know, walk to Compton College and nothing happened to me ever. You wanna know why? I was not affiliated. Okay? But scammers don't care who they get. And then people fight years to get their credit right. So really what you're saying is anybody can get it, and let's celebrate that. And now that's not cool, because I know too many people who've had their lives ruined for scammers. And so now you're telling me that as a black woman, this is what you want to celebrate. Now, here's the problem with that, okay? Once you get with this same individual, we're gonna break it down, and I know that India Irie is not here. But
motherfuckers be scamming on Facebook Marketplace, all type of shit. My girlfriend's sister called her the other day, and she was like, oh, show this to FEEK to see if this is like real. Like, I don't know what's going on. Bruh, it showed me the shit, and the dude was trying to buy something from her off Facebook Marketplace and was like, oh, I sent it through Zelle. Can you call Zelle? This is Zelle's phone number so that they can free it up, because for some reason it's not working. I'm going to call on my end, you call on your end. And then sent them a fucking number to call. Nigga, huh? You got life too fucked up. That shit sound crazy as shit. And then it was like, oh, the money is kind of stuck. So like all you have to do is do such and such, and it'll free up $1,500 for you instead of the $300 that you're supposed to get. I was like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard of my life. But there's probably people that fall for that shit. It's like, oh, $1,500? Whoa. Nigga, in what planet, what earth are you getting free money like that? You got life too fucked up. I told her, I said, respond to them and say, oh, I can't call because my phone. This is how you gotta try to scam the scammers. Fuck it. Because they think you stupid. So you gotta you gotta play stupid and then see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I told her, I said, oh, text them back and say, oh, my phone is off, so I can't call the phone number. If you send me $150 through Cash App, I'll pay my phone bill. I told her to say, I'll pay my phone bill and then I'll call them and then I'll also give you, an extra $150 from the $1,500 I'm gonna get. Bitch ass scammer get scammed. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if she did that, but that's what I would do. Just play dumb as fuck, like just play so stupid. You feel me? And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we got one. All I gotta do is send her $150. Boom, they send that $150 through. Sorry.
But let's just take it individually, right? You're gonna satisfy what black men are saying when they leverage their points against black women, that all you want is somebody that's a thug and you don't care what it is. Then, once he's going to jail, and yes, he will, he's gonna go to federal prison. Then, when the black men don't want you, and the kids from his 2 babies, and you gonna come around and say, these black men don't like black women. So what kind of men are you looking to get? And again, I think Young Miami's mother was a person that went to jail for a fraud.
That's like that one song was like, where the dreadhead niggas at or some shit. My girl be singing that shit, looking at me, I be like,
all the stuff like that. So when these men come with their certain evidence against you, largely this is what they're talking about. And so I see the concern, especially with like the world we live in today, and I gotta just be real, when it comes to certain young people, and I'm talking about under 30. This whole, I need to get the bag, whatever I want. Like if you look at a lot of these celebrity chicks, these social influencers, Ashley Janae, you got this chick, Brianna Monique, for example. You look at some of their stuff and like, look at where they're out, right? They're out at like nice places, south of France. Every post they look superiorly rich. They're getting brand deals. They're living a soft life. And that's an illusion. The old school, you're gonna work for what you get. It's the only way you sleep at night. You're gonna work. And, unfortunately, so many young people are so illusioned with just, I'm pulling up, I'm going to the club, I'm doing whatever I feel like doing. I'm meeting celebrities. I'm getting to the bag. And then you don't want to actually put in the real value of doing any work. And so you're going to fall big time chasing this lifestyle. And ultimately, when these foreigners come over here, and, some of them are involved in it too, the scamming, but, when people come in and they put their time in and they put their effort into the work, or when regular black Americans or regular black folks put their...
Bro, this nigga O'Shea with these images, bro. I know this nigga paying $1.50 for 100 pack of images. Just angry, sad niggas. Damn, boy, that nigga going through it.
Time in and effort to work. Then you call them nerdy. You call them, you make fun of them for reading and writing and doing the wrong thing. Then you become jealous. It's no means to an end. And the large part about this too, if I can add on that, it's like most black Americans, just like most good people, in the world, are not scammers. Okay, I know, like, shout out to my Nigerian brothers, they get hit with all of y'all scammers. That's not true, right? The scamming thing is the worst thing that brings down your reputation worldwide. Out of everything, I can tell you this, and it sounds crazy. People can deal with gangsters. People can deal with thugs. People can deal with criminals. Want to know what nobody likes worldwide? I can tell you for a fact. Everybody hates somebody with a scamming reputation, okay? Yeah. Because at least when somebody believes, this is just me saying this, that if a person killed somebody, that person did something to them. Well, for you to be a scammer, all you gotta do is know me. You don't care nothing about me. See, for you to kill me or shoot me, well then, as long as I don't stay on your bad side, I'll be okay. But a scammer don't need no bad side. And I'm here right now in Africa, I can tell you that the Nigerian scammer reputation it hurts them everywhere. And it's unfair because most of the people like that. But scammer reputation is the most deadly reputation of all because it makes nobody want to trust you, trust your people. And so black people in America gotta understand it. And largely because we're in the United States, it don't really affect us. But when you start getting known as a group of scammers, it's the worst thing for reputation. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea D. Jackson.
Y'all go follow O'Shea Duke Jackson. That man funny. He make a lot of good videos. He dropped very, very consistently also. But this is a crazy scenario. Like, scamming is fucking terrible. But the song's good. It's a good song. I feel like it's I don't think it's ruining the fucking community. You know what I'm saying? And if it's going all over the world, they singing that shit. They not thinking, oh, black people are scammers. Black people in America are scammers. I don't really necessarily think they're thinking that. But however, the music is making dudes want to do certain things, or could possibly be making dudes want to do certain things based off of what people that do those things get a certain level of attention. You know what I'm saying? Like the song with the dreadhead niggas. Where my dreadhead niggas at? Da 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 da. Now dudes want to go get dreads and shit like that. And you know, it's kind of fucked up. But even when it comes to like people online, you know, like he was showing earlier with the living fake lives and shit like that. Shit is usually not like that at all. Honestly, like a lot of times you see a shorty going too many places. There's a couple of things that could be going on, you know what I'm saying? It could be daddy money, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just getting brand deals and they really like that on the gram, you know, you feel me? Or they just got money like that from some type of business, or they getting tricked on, you feel me? And niggas is flying them out just to get on the crackenings. But yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.